Okay. How do I hold this like a vlogger? Like a vlogger. Is this in focus? Okay, there you go. Well, maybe it should be in focus because it is really early and there's a lot going on. Hey guys, good morning. What is up, Smudge Wellness? It is Jasmine Kylene. I am a spiritual counselor, I'm a journalist, and I'm so excited because today I'm going to show you what happens in the day of life of a spiritual practitioner. As you can see, gorgeous girls wear robes because it is so cold. I'm in Florida, but it's like in the 40s, which is not okay. So I'm freezing, but I just woke up. I grabbed my camera right after I opened my window to give you an authentic look at what a day in the life is. So it's, I believe, like 8 a.m. This is actually me sleeping in. Love this for me. Anytime it's a retrograde season, I'm just like, I'm gonna sleep a bit more because you're processing way more than you even consciously realize. So I've just woken up. I'm going to meditate now. So my meditations kind of look different every day. I honestly just ask my body what it wants to do in terms of like intentionality. There's some days when I want to just sit in silence. There's some days when I want to play my bowl. There's some days where my meditation just looks like free-form journaling, putting out everything that I'm feeling. I'll kind of probably do a mix of that. And sometimes it's movement. Sometimes I just need to go on a walk and not hear anything, just kind of be fully present in whatever environment I'm in and just walk and take it in. And I encourage you to invite meditation to sort of guide you and let you know how it wants to present itself, because I think if you commit to a form of meditation that doesn't actually feel authentic, it's not going to actually do what it's supposed to do. So yeah, honor how meditation wants to show up for you in that given moment, in that given day. So today I kind of just prayed it up. I talked to my guides. I'm feeling a little bit scatterbrained because I'm going through, for some insight in my life, I'm going through like a micro heartbreak. Like it wasn't a partnership, but it was, I don't know, I'm kind of mourning the death of a story with someone, which I mean, it gets no more Venus retrograde than that, babe. So anytime I'm like in a really emotional place, I either force myself to sit in it or I kind of talk it through. So I talk to my guides. I understand why it's happening. I know the lesson I'm learning. It's fine. We're fine. And when I play my bowl, sometimes I'm like receiving the sound healing, or I'm like repeating something that I think I really want to ingrain in my subconscious. So today, if you guys don't listen to beautiful chorus, they're typically a part of my morning routine. My morning routine, oh my god. My morning routine sometimes involves listening to beautiful chorus, but they have a song called I Am Enough, and like the mantra is, I see myself in joy and love, I know myself, I am enough. So I was repeating that while doing my little sound bowling and it felt really good. So now I'm gonna make my bed and journal some feelings because I have a lot of them. So for some reason, like making my bed in the morning is like kind of my favorite thing ever. Like there's something that's so meditative about it. I like light my incense, I play like my like morning playlist or just like a place that's hella good vibes, and I don't know, there's just such a beautiful active intentionality to leave your bed made for you, and it does something like energetically to you when you just kind of like walk in and out of your room throughout the day and see it made. And it's funny because like as a child, when my mom would be so like adamant about me making my bed, I was like, LOL, why? And like now standing in my if you want to call this adulthood, like me standing in my adulthood, I'm like, yo, if a bed isn't made, my heart isn't settled. So yeah, just taking those like couple minutes in the morning to just make your bed, yo, that's the sauce right there. That's the motherfucking juice. Sorry, that's the juice. That is the regular juice. I don't know if I should be cursing. So like I said, I'm having a lot of feelings come up. Surprise, surprise, she's a Pisces Venus. So I'm going to be journaling through some of them. So anytime I have like a journaling morning, I want to pick a color that resonates the most with where I'm at right now. And I'm feeling like it's a purple day, honestly. So when it comes to journaling, I think that prompts are super helpful, and I do share a ton of prompts on my Lali La Luna TV account, but sometimes I follow my prompts. Also sometimes though I'm like, I just have a lot to say and I kind of need to let my subconscious dump it. And so today was a subconscious dump day because yeah, those were a lot of feelings. Okay, so since I am no videographer, I have no idea why everything is so blown out and it looks like I am reporting live from the gates of heaven. However, maybe I am an angel. I don't know. I'm actually still in my room, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my lemon water. So I'm really intentional with like the very first thing that I put into my body. I like pray over it, because I don't know, I feel like my whole body is cleansed, and there's like, you know, so whatever. I don't know how to explain it. I have a video actually explaining it on like spiritual rituals that you can incorporate into every single day, and I talk about this. It's in there if you want to check it out. It's also with Smudge Wellness. The point here is that I'm gonna pray over my lemon water. When I'm praying over my like first beverage of the day, it really is me essentially just kind of like saying affirmations to myself and affirming what I want to be feeling, whether it's just I'm abundant, I'm aligned, I'm at peace, all is well in my world, kind of praying over it, and then as I'm drinking it, I'll repeat it to myself as well. Now that I've finished my lemon water, I'm gonna have some tea, which is in my Hola Bonita cup, because it's important to remind yourself that you are hot all the time. Okay. Oh, look at the rainbows on the wall. Oh, how exciting is that? I always like perfectly like place this thing so that that happens, because it's just such a simple joy. It's about the little things, guys. So now I am in semi-regular clothes and earrings because I just went on IG Live and I talked a little bit about Mars moving into Capricorn, which is the best placement that could happen for us right now. We need this because Venus is also going direct. That retrograde took me out, babe. I bring it up to say that part of this, the theme of this transit is returning to discipline, returning to commitment to self. So with that being said, I am now gonna go to the gym because I feel like I am in the most spiritually aligned place when I'm in the most disciplined and committed space to my physical health. So I'm gonna lift some weights. First, we must have brekkie because if not, maybe I'll faint. So I have some walnuts and some bananas. I seed cycle for my hormones, so I'm adding some of those in there. Some chocolate because chocolate is the most important thing ever, it turns out. Some dairy-free yogurt, obviously, and some cacao because it's such a heart opener, and also, once again, chocolate. So you mix it together and it looks super gross, but let me tell you, honey, it's so delicious. It's like my favorite breakfast ever. If I'm not eating oatmeal, oatmeal's important. Yeah, and then I had the gym to myself, which was so exciting. I love a good gym alone day because then you'd have to work out with a mask because that gets weird. And then after I worked out, I walked to Trader Joe's to get some goodies. And also the Trader Joe's employees are nice to me, and so I like it there. Hello, I have returned from the gym, which was great. This is gym outfit of the day. I'm feeling strong, honey, yes. I did mainly weights and some cardio. The lesson that I'm hoping to invoke in giving you a glimpse into my world is that it is important to have rituals and have beats that you follow every morning. Every morning I'm mindful. Every day I move my body. Every day I make some sort of juice, but like I let the day dictate what it looks like, right? Like there's a balance between structure and fluidity. So like I know I'll be mindful, but the meditation of the day will probably look different than it did yesterday. And I know that I'm gonna move my body, but like whether I do yoga or I dance or I do weights or I run or I just go for a walk, that is dictated by how my body feels that day. So like let there be intuitive fluidity within your structure. And so now I'm gonna make some juice, which also, who knows what I'll put in my juice every single day. But today it's looking like the vibes are celery, carrots, and cucumber. So that is the vibe. And now I have a couple of people who have booked some card readings and some astrology readings, so I'm going to be doing that. And for my card readings, I obviously switch in between decks, but today I'm using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. I love to pull for myself from this deck, but I'm using it for some others. So let's see what comes up, baby. Honestly, I love doing readings when my dog is around because I just feel like her purity adds so much to the vibes. But yeah, here's me kind of doing a reading, and I don't want any shuffling shaming going on here. I think just as, like I said, you have to allow fluidity to kind of seep into your practices. There's something about the cards just letting me know that they have arrived, and just the way that they like chaotically fly out of my shuffle that just feels so right when I'm channeling. So as I mentioned, I was doing some readings for like clients and people that were booking me, and like the channel of communication was so sharp and so like the cards were just speaking such a loud story that I was like, I'm gonna pull some cards for myself right now, because like I said, I'm going through some emotions, and so I wanted to show you what came up for me. Anytime I do a card reading and it's like specifically accurate, I love to like kind of put them on display in my dresser so that I see it. So I have it next to like my labradorite from Smudge, of course, and my little peacock and my little Zen garden. But yeah, I wanted to show you. So I got the Power card, which in the traditional tarot, this is the major arcana of strength. I got Stand Your Ground. I got Patience, which in the traditional tarot, this is Temperance, and Spiritual Union. And that's tea. Oh gosh, that's not focus at all. That is tea, because like I said, I'm kind of going through like a little bit of like a micro heartbreak. Like a small version of like when you didn't, like you weren't in love with someone, but like you kind of married the potential of what it could be, and then it like implodes and you're like, oh word. And I get it, because Saturn's transiting my sun. The point here being that I really honored my boundaries in this situation, and I stood in my worth, and I think that is me being empowered and me standing my ground, and I think that is communicating very clearly to the universe that I am well aware of what I want and what I deserve, and I'm not really going to settle for anything that isn't that. And so I think that's where patience and temperance comes in. And then I think eventually, once you honor what it is that you want, that spiritual union is going to come in, babe. Even if it means that honoring what you want is saying no to what feels good right now. So future Jasmine, when you were watching this and you're like, LOL, I am in this incredible place because past Jasmine made the decisions and stood in her worth. Future Jasmine, you're welcome. Future Jasmine, though, send me some love or some signs or something, because I'm kind of going through it. But whatever, it's fine. So then I worked, and eventually I had lunch, which was a salad with some salmon and some avocado and some quinoa, and then of course chocolate, once again, because it's the most important thing. And then I worked more, and I went for a walk, and I hung out with my favorite tree. Don't you just love her? She's massive and she's confusing, and it's like, same. Hello, my friends. We have arrived at the end of the day. I went on a hour-long walk because I was working for most of the day. I was doing some I was doing some one-on-one astrology readings. I was just doing some writing, doing some work, and then I went on a walk because I think it is so important that if you have any dead space in your day, that you fill it up with as much outside and as much nature as you possibly can. And so yeah, now I'm going to do kind of my second meditation of the day, maybe some dancing, and kind of wind down. But I think yeah, here's some insight, I guess, on what a day with as much intentionality as possible looks like. I think that when you are in the spiritual journey, you learn how precious your energy is and how you can nourish it and feed it with what you spend your day doing, and how you can also deplete it by doing things that drain you. And so I do my best to do as many nourishing things as I can, and you don't realize how nourishing the very small moments are, the very small commitments to self that you can implement into your day-to-day. Like I think starting my day by not going on social media immediately, or that I'm getting as much outside time as possible, that I have a playlist playing when I'm, making my smoothies. Like those little things make life really beautiful. And so I hope that you are taking the time to look at the small, beautiful things of life. I think especially going through a lot of changes and transitions in my life right now, I can get kind of serious in my discipline in what I'm doing on a day-to-day. And so it's important to find the joy in the fact that all of the things that I put in my juice today started with the letter C. Did you realize that? Cucumber, celery, and carrot. Like that was so exciting. And then I saw a hummingbird on my walk, and as I saw the hummingbird, the song I was listening to said hummingbird. And I was like, God, life is just such a work of art, and it's important that you pay enough attention. So I hope that you're paying attention to your life, and that you're paying attention to yourself, that you're living as intentionally as possible. So thank you for joining me on this day. Thank you, Smudge Wellness, for having me, and I hope to see you next time. And if you ever want to work with me one-on-one, I do readings and stuff like that. So you can reach out to me on my Instagram at JasmineKylene, or visit JasmineKylene.com. That's all. Bye.